God rest ye merry Whovians,
No.
we're back with you today.
Is that actually how we're starting?
Whovians, hop in your TARDISes, this show is here to stay.
Okay. Is this actually the episode?
Merry Christmas, all of you, it is my hope and joy. That's all I've got for you boys.
Okay, great. Is this actually the podcast?
Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Christmas again. Merry Christmas. God bless ye, merry gentlemen. I hope I got the tune of that right. I think I've talked about this before, but all the Christmas carols I know, I learned when I was singing in the choir, and I only learned the harmony parts, like Michael Scott from
I don't know
Michael.
Christmas carols. I do know what you mean though. What is this?
This is Doctor Who. It's mainly a podcast where this is Doctor Huh. It's mainly a podcast where we talk about Christmas and festivity.
Can we do the normal intro? Because I've got one.
Yeah. That was sort of my nickname. Whovians, hop in your TARDISes. You're listening to another episode of Doctor Huh?
Why don't they make the whole ship out of the Omni-State Impact Chamber?
Shut up. I'm Jordan, and my gold tooth sparkles at ye.
I'm Sam, and I'm wearing a teleport bracelet just in case something happens to me.
I'm Adams, I'm Dust. I'm dying on Christmas.
This is a random order Doctor Who podcast.
We haven't recorded in a while because there was a real symphony of terror and problems.
Yeah, one of them is still ongoing. Let's hope that Audacity can sufficiently noise removal the dehumidifier that is currently running.
I don't hear. I mean, your house has turned into sort of Rapture from BioShock. Sort of water pouring in from every orifice of your home. Big daddies walking around with their big drills. And that's why we can't... if you listen closely, you can hear the drill.
Oh, they should do a Doctor Who episode about BioShock.
That would be so cool. Maybe Shooty got... maybe Ruby and Doctor...
We learned that he was pronouncing his name wrong.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it right. So until I learn the right way, I'll keep saying it.
I heard a video of him saying Nshuti.
Nshuti? Is that how he says it?
I'll double check that off the podcast.
I want to know how he says his own name, and I'll say it. I'll say it in that way.
There was an interview with him where he said that when he was like in his mid-20s, his mom told him that he was saying it wrong in interviews. Is what I'm talking about.
That's very funny. Maybe Ruby and Doctor will get to go to Rapture.
Oh.
I mean, we don't know. I don't know.
Well, speaking of the Rapture, this episode.
It's Christian themes.
Or something. Christian imagery, certainly.
This was the, what was this, the series 3 Christmas special, I think?
It's 2007, between 3 and 4.
What was your favorite 2007 memory, Sam? How old were you in 2007?
Maybe Mass Effect came out that year.
I was 10 years old, and I got Super Mario World for my birthday. From a friend.
Mass Effect came out in 2010, so nothing good. No, it was 2007.
So you were very excited for Mass Effect. I remember I wasn't allowed to watch you play that one.
That was the year Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect came out, so it was actually the best year.
Sort of the summer of gaming. There was nothing bad. Everyone's money was going great that year as well.
Was there a thing with money?
I think money got sad around that time, but I think it was maybe the year later.
Whatever. I was a kid. That's not my problem.
Yeah, I went to the bowling alley for my birthday that year, and I got Super Mario World, which is a very funny gift to get in 2007 on your...
You know what was my favorite thing about 2007?
What was your favorite 2007 memory? Was it when the Titanic almost crashed into our planet?
No, it was the release of Season 1 of Kyle XY on DVD.
we didn't know. We didn't know. It was... The meme is like Kyle standing in the corner at the party, and we're just there, and Kyle's like, they don't know I'm Kyle yet. They don't know why I have no belly button.
Jordan, this is a long episode, should we?
It's a long episode, but a lot of it is just peril.
2007, Voyage of the Damned, written by Russell T. Davies, and directed by James Strong.
Another Christmas dud.
Are we just putting the dud stamp on it this early?
Just stamping it, just to really get it out of the way. For context for our listeners, I've gotten 2 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours, and I watched this episode over several days, and I was running during some of that time, and
But you
I
couldn't
watched
get
the
away
first.
from it, unfortunately.
I was trying to
It
run
kept
away.
following you.
I watched like the first like 15 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, this is all right. This is actually a pretty good Christmas special so far." And then it stopped being a good Christmas special, and it started being an episode about people dying on a boat.
I think that there were some parts of it that I thought could have worked in a good episode, but the parts that I hated so much that I hated the whole episode.
This was maybe somehow. I thought this was going to be the most festive Christmas episode, and it somehow managed to be one of the least festive Christmas episodes. It was mainly just an episode about people getting killed.
But, like, with weirdly right-wing undertones.
Right. Oh, man.
This was a very weird episode.
It was weird, yeah. So, context, Rose has probably just went off to the parallel world forever.
No, this is after series 3.
Oh, Martha just got
fell
fed
into
to the
a
wood chipper. Yeah, but we know she gets better and marries.
They put her back
Ricky.
together.
Yeah, they'll fix her. But right now he thinks she's paste.
Mike
And
Wazowski taped her back together afterwards.
You have been playing Kingdom Hearts, haven't you?
I watched Monsters Inc. recently.
Yeah. We see the TARDIS like crash into the Titanic. And then he's like, "What?" And then it's
a fun intro. The Doctor's just hanging out in the TARDIS, and then there's a big crash, and he looks up. There's a hole in the TARDIS, and the Titanic is poking through into it.
And he's like,
What?
"I already did this one."
The classic
Yeah.
thing that he says that I've noticed now. What?
Yeah.
What?
So he gets on the boat. It's Space Titanic in the future in the space, and actually it's in the right. Well, it's in 2007, but it's like a future boat in space with people, and there's aliens, and then there's. This is very funny. There was these angel statues, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
This is so they're not statues. It turns out they are like golden angel robots, and I learned because I was like, really, because series 3 is the series with Blink. They really did that.
Yeah.
Rusty and Steve, the enemy, had written these episodes, and then Rusty looked at the script of Blink and was like,
"Angels!
Oh, come on!
Oh man, I was gonna do angels."
Yeah, so it is a complete coincidence that they both
That's
have
really
angels.
funny.
I mean, it's a Christmas episode. You gotta have angels, otherwise, how would we know that Christ is real?
We already know that because the Doctor said he knew what really happened.
I mean, we'll get into that.
So we're in space. There, we go to the helm. The bridge. That's the word. And the captain is this old ass man.
I learned that from Mass Effect.
I learned it from Star Wars. The captain is this old ass man, and he's the oldest man in the whole world. Then he says, "I'm 10 minutes away from being dead."
And this is in an episode that the Doctor's in.
Merry Christmas, my young midshipman, who I think we find out at the very end of the episode is named Alonzo.
Yeah, but we already know that he's Alonzo because the Doctor gave him permission to have sex with Jack Harkness.
This is like, when you watch a prequel series of anything and you're like, I know this will all work out okay because I know that I know that Saul Goodman has to be in Breaking Bad, so I know he's going to be okay. This is like one day I know that Alonso's going to get to have gay sex with Jack Harkness, and he's going to love it.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because I haven't seen Better Call Saul. Do they digitally de-age Bob Odenkirk?
No, I don't know. I watched it and I could never tell because there's like flashbacks to when like Jimmy is like a young sort of a young dude, and I can never tell if they like smoothed him up.
They spread some Cinco Easy Cream on him.
I mean, I can't imagine they digitally de-aged him for the whole series. I think they might have just made him up. They just made him up and did his hair in a way.
They had him get on his knees on some shoes, so he looks like a little guy.
It's just that Bob Odenkirk is such a good actor, you can't tell he's just crouching down.
Anyway, so yeah, Alonzo Frame is the midshipman of the Titanic. It's his first voyage. He's a fresh-faced little lad.
I'd love to be a midshipman.
Okay,
sounds like because like,
well, go do it.
Because like,
I'll just finish the podcast myself.
I wouldn't want to be a topman because that sounds really scary going up there.
I learned that from Oberdin.
Yeah, me too.
Topmen get hit by lightning.
That's where you...
But midshipmen get blown up with bombs.
and first mates get killed by crabs. That's not true. That's not right. I don't want to spoil anything about that game.
Anyway, so Alonso, the captain like sends the crew off to have some Christmas rum like they would on Earth. These are not Earthlings. We learn later that they're from the planet Stowe. That's fine.
It's something for the Discworld fans, I promise.
So Alonso is like, Captain, I should not go have rum because the regulations say there must always be 2 crewmen on the bridge. And the captain's like, don't worry about it, but fine. The Doctor then watches a looping video of a guy called Max Capricorn.
We see this guy a lot throughout the episode. He's a baldman. He's got a gold tooth. He says his company's great. If it wasn't great, it wouldn't have his name on it.
This is his brand of cruise liners.
Also, the angel robots are the heavenly host, or they just call them the hosts, I think.
Sure.
The host.
We also see a business guy who sucks.
Oh, we did.
He's like, I'm not going to have fun. I'm wheeling. I'm dealing.
I'm wheeling and dealing.
His name is Rixton.
Prixton. His name is,
That's right.
I believe his name is Rixton Turlo.
I think it's Rixton Stunk.
I'm pretty sure it's Rixton Turlo.
I think it's Rixton Turlo, if I remember
I'm pretty
correctly.
sure this is either Turlo's grandfather or Turlo's son.
Or Turlo.
I think this guy is Vizsla Turlo.
I think this is Vizsla Turlo from the 5th Doctor's era.
He's wearing a suit. So
Does he ever get thrown in jail?
He should. I mean, I wish.
Okay, so this is Vizsla Turlo. More on him when we finally have a chance to record our episode on the second half of Terminus.
So we find out that this is like an Earth cruise, and it's like misinformed sort of through a big game of telephone. No one really knows what's going on with the Earth, but they named it after the most famous boat on Earth, the Titanic. And then the Doctor looks directly at the camera and he's like, do they not know, the fools?
Did you like the part where the host says that they are here from the planet Stowe in the Castlevania belt?
Did they say Castlevania, those words exactly?
It was like Castlevania. It was like Castlevania. It was.
I'm pretty sure that they said it was a vault to guards.
I think it was. Here, I'm gonna go to TARDIS Wiki. They'll have my back. Stowe is in the Castlevanian belt.
Okay, that's close enough, I guess.
That's pretty close. Let's be real.
And then. Well, because you have to like say information, and then the robot is like, "Hello, I have information, sir," and then it starts glitching out, and it's like, "I'm going to kill all humans, sir."
Well, yeah. So some crew people like drag the robot away. They're like, "Everything's fine."
These robots keep killing people.
Well, no one's been killed yet, but they take it back for maintenance, and this mechanic guy
is this the part? Is this before or after they sharpen its halo to a razor's edge?
Well, that's just part of the design, just in case.
Now, welcome on to the space cruiser Titanic. Please do not touch the Angel's halos. They are razor sharp. Don't ask why. It's fine.
Well, it's in case one of the passengers says, "Excuse me, could I have some information, please? What would it look like if a halo was super sharp?"
I'm an information seeker.
Information. This.
I would like to die, please.
Information.
Okay.
So anyway, we learned that the robots have been acting weird. One of them tried to break a woman's neck. I will say this plot point of the robots starting to glitch out and go aggro on people. When we find out what's going on, this doesn't make any sense.
No, not at all. And then they can't. Did they not just jettison the angel?
They say if you can't fix them, just throw them over.
This is my hilarious headcanon watching this episode. I was like, what if this is those that were weeping angels, and that's how they got to Earth, and that's why Blink happened, is because they put them here.
What if in the Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, when Matt Smith is falling from space, if we can see one of these falling heavenly hosts next to him?
This is the one thing that this episode has going for it is listen, it has a lot of fatphobia and right-wing themes and Christian themes, but it doesn't have bio truths.
I mean, it has literally everything else.
It has everything else.
But I guess they don't have that yet.
The Doctor doesn't look at a little boy and say that he's got balls full of cum.
Okay, well, alright, let's move on. Our mom is here, not in the room.
My mom's
but
not
she knows
here.
who said that.
No, she doesn't.
I'll tell her afterwards.
Don't you dare.
So anyway, businessman yells at a serving lady for breaking a glass. The doctor helps her out, and we find out that her name is Astrid Peth. I don't want to talk about anything. I don't want to talk about anything until I've talked about the name Astrid Peth and the theories it created.
Sure. Okay.
Before this episode premiered, when it was announced that Kylie Minogue would be playing a character named Astrid Peth, people thought that if you unscramble Astrid, Jordan...
Wait, TARDIS.
And apparently, allegedly, I can't confirm this, Peth is a Welsh word for part. People thought that she was
hot,
the TARDIS.
Sexy TARDIS.
Now, of course, that role would later go to Jenna Coleman. But at the time, people thought that Kylie Minogue's character in this episode would be some sort of living manifestation of the TARDIS as a human woman for him to kiss.
Can I just say, I'm over this whole, like, Christmas special, New Year special... Doctors between companions, and now there's a girl for him to kiss, and then she's gonna say, "Take me with you," and then she doesn't because it's a Christmas. I'm over it. Let's stop doing this, please. I hope they stop doing this forever. I don't feel like they did this in the later Christmas specials. We'll
find out next week.
Because this character comes in, and I'm just like, you are either you are of no consequence, and I will not care about you because I just know that
Lady Astrida Petsuza.
Right. It's like, by design, you are a character. You are the most disposable character on this television show.
I don't know. I thought that her deal was like fine. It was.
I was just so pissed off at her because she couldn't make up her mind. She couldn't decide. No, I mean, you can't choose who you love, but I feel like she needed to be more concrete about whether she was choosing the Doctor or Banacafalata.
That was weird. That was very strange.
Make up your fucking mind, Astrid. I mean, if she's, maybe she's poly, maybe she wants both of them. That's okay. But I just need this to be figured out.
So anyway, he asks her, like, oh, do you get shore leave? Do you get to go down to Earth? She says that the staff aren't allowed, but I always dreamt of exploring the universe, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? She says, oh, you must be rich if you're getting to be on this ship. More on that later. And he says, no, I stowed away by accident and I have no money. Cut to a bunch of rich people laughing hysterically at a fat couple.
Oh, no. And do you want to know the, thing about this episode is that, you'd think in, a normal TV show made by normal people, maybe not in this country, the rich people who are laughing at the, fat couple who we also learn are poor, you would be expected to, they would be sort of the villains and we wouldn't be expecting to have that viewpoint. However, Rusty
They're
had
laughing at the fat couple, and the show makes sure to over and over show us how much they're eating.
They love to eat on their vacation. What the fuck is wrong with them? They're hungry. What?
So they explain to the Doctor, who's here also.
They won a quiz about a TV show.
We're not rich. We got here by winning a contest.
And then the Doctor, to show class solidarity, I guess, explodes a bottle of champagne on some rich people with his sonic
he's also
screwdriver.
Poor.
He points his sonic screwdriver, just like he did in Robot of Sherwood. He points his sonic screwdriver at one of the rich people and makes them explode into gore.
It wasn't quite like that. They clap for him because it's Christmas, and they introduce themselves as Morven and Foon Van Hoff. Morven is the husband's name, obviously, and Foon is the wife. Duh. So,
and also they're wearing, this was the thing, they got pranked by the rich people because they thought it was a fancy dress party, which
they were told that it was a fancy dress party.
Which I understand in the sick and twisted Isles of the United Kingdom is another word for a Halloween costume type affair.
Yeah, because I'm looking at those rich people and I'm
not
like,
wearing both.
I don't know, they're pretty fancy if you ask me.
That's a pretty fancy. It always happens on fucking Taskmaster where they're like, oh, I'm wearing fancy dress, and it's like, no, you're not. You're dressed up like a fucking werewolf or something. No. Get it
That's
together,
what they
guys.
think is fancy.
Yeah, that's what they wear
sad.
to all their formal events.
So sad. So there's an announcement that it's time for shore leave for anyone with red tickets or whatever. The Doctor decides to join them. He's got the psychic paper. He can do whatever he wants.
We're back on the bridge with Midshipman. Oh yeah, Alonzo. Oh, to be in. And he's like,
to be a midshipman sleeping in a furniture store.
That is a really, really, really... This is like a 7-year-old reference, Sam.
Yeah.
And it's still true. Oh, to be
a reference to you when you were 7 years old.
Oh, to be a midshipman in a furniture. Alonzo looks outside and sees the asteroids hurtling towards the Titanic. And he says, Captain, there's asteroids hurtling towards the Space Titanic.
Is it good that the power has been diverted away from the shields? Yes,
it's
my
Christmas.
boy.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
It's fine.
So, yeah, and doesn't he say, like, oh, are you turning the shields off to give the guests a light show or something? And the captain's like, sure.
Yeah, I'm terminally ill. And then the doctor does Astrid a favor by showing a psychic paper and being like, let's go. And then
she's my +1.
And
we
then
meet the guide for the shore leave, Mr. Copper.
He really we read a great interview from his actor where he really enjoyed being on Doctor Who, and he even more enjoyed being interviewed for a Doctor Who magazine.
The interview that he did for Doctor Who magazine, he gets so fed up with the questions, and the interviewer was like, well, Doctor Who means a lot to some of us, and he ends the interview by saying, yeah, whatever. And that's the end of the interview.
What a fucking icon. I love
this guy was not having a good time. But he did like filming the show, apparently. So that's
He did say that when he went to see the episode, he got it.
So
he said, I do agree with these right-wing themes.
We get some funny stuff. Mr. Copper says, like, I'll be showing you around London Town, UK, ruled by the good King Wenceslas.
Okay, I have a complaint. I have a complaint. Because he says, like, I have a degree in earthonomics. It's like his joke, and then his joke is that he's doing like inaccuracies, like good King Wenceslas is the king of the great civilization of UK, and every Christmas, they worship the great god Santa. Yeah. He's a creature with claws. Do you get it?
This is such a like psychotically Christian vision of the world that if there were aliens, the only thing that they would know about us is Christmas.
Well, yeah, because the Doctor is always doing shit on Christmas, and they get it through secondhand.
There's a world, a planet, a town called Christmas.
Town called Christmas. And do you know what happened on the town called Christmas, Sam?
I hate this show, Jordan.
Every alien in the whole universe was fucking besieging Christmas for like 200 years.
Good. So that's the war on Christmas, I believe in.
I'm just saying that they probably, by the time the Daleks and the Cybermen and the Sycorax and the Raxacoricophalopatorians and the Silence and the Church and the what are those guys, Santarans, by the time all those guys left, they probably had all converted just because they spent so much time around Christmas and they loved it so much.
Remember the wooden Cyberman?
I love the wooden Cyberman so much, and I think about it every day. Okay, so he doesn't understand Earth, but he's got a degree in earthonomics. Do you get it? I just feel like earthonomics would be like Earth economy.
Sure. He says that every Christmas Eve, the people of the UK go to war with the country of Turkey, and they eat the Turkey people for Christmas dinner like savages, which is like an okay joke, but I don't like this episode.
Oh, and then we meet another character I mentioned before named Banacafalata. He's a guy with a spiky hair. No, he's got a spiky head. He's kind of like one of the cactus
He's a red guy. He's a little red guy.
He's one of the cactus freaks from Vorb or whatever it was called. Gorb.
That's fine. And wait,
they were the Venvici.
The Vinvoci.
Vinvoci! Nice one. Hey, we got there. So they go down to the Earth and they just don't care if Banacafalata's there.
This is the only good part of the episode because they're down on the streets of London, but the streets are empty. Hold on, there's a good joke first. A good joke because Mr. Copper is like, be careful. The people on the streets here could start boxing at any moment.
I did chuckle. Astrid is very excited to be on Earth, and then the Doctor is like looking around, wondering where everyone is.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. There's one we have to mention because it's very, very important to the ending of the episode.
Oh yeah,
is that Mr. Copper has been given an Earth credit card in case anyone wants to buy any souvenirs while we're down here. That'll be important later.
And then the Doctor walks over to a newsstand, and who's at the newsstand but Wilfred Mott?
It's a beautiful old man who we love.
It's Wilf, which I was like, wait, this is before this, and I was like, wait, does this mean that this was a situation where they like had this old man come in and then they liked him so much that they? Because
do you mean Bernard Cribbins, the actor?
Yeah, I'm saying they liked the actor, and that because we saw Donna already. There's a Donna.
No way that they didn't already know that this was Donna's grandpa.
Are you sure? No, because the Doctor doesn't recognize him.
No. The Doctor doesn't know that this is Donna's Gampaw. I think that they knew that this would be a character coming up.
I looked it up, and you are incorrect. They enjoyed this actor so much that they retrofitted him and made him into Donna's Gampaw. They just like this guy. He's just a loyal British old man.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. But I like this content because we always joke on this. This is my favorite thing about these stupid Christmas specials is that some horrible tragedy always happens every single Christmas to the Doctor to Earth. And then this is the third Christmas special of the New Who era. Mm-hmm. So Wilf is just everybody just leaves London on Christmas now because the last 2 years something horrible has fallen from the sky.
Yeah, the first was the Sycorax from Christmas Invasion, and then we have not seen the second Christmas special, but he says that there was a Christmas star electrocuting everything.
But one thing you gotta know about the beautiful country of England, they love their queen, and their queen loves them, and the queen is so brave because she's staying in her big special house.
In order to prove how safe the world is, she is taking cover in her bunker.
Her very cool house.
Her bunker with the army at it.
So there are two people in London right now, the Queen and Wilfred Mott, and the people who work for the Queen that we see later in the episode.
And the people of Torchwood who are camped outside Buckingham Palace with laser rifles.
Pointed and nuclear bombs pointed at the sky at all times. They're big lasers. This is after the Sycorax. The Torchwood laser program does exist, unless after they fired their prime minister for being tired and being a woman. They did dismantle the Torchwood laser program.
I guess that happens in Doomsday. Torchwood becomes good, or was that in another? I don't know. Anyway,
we don't know.
That might have been in a different universe. Who cares?
All of a sudden,
they get teleported away.
Yeah, and Wilfred's like, oh. And they're like, sorry, there's.
I bet I'll never appear on the show again.
Thanks for the role, Rusty. And then they're back on their trip to Earth got cut short because there's been problems with power fluctuation. Sorry.
Yeah. Astrid was like, wow, that was amazing though, and she liked it. So Alonso is watching the meteors and says, that's weird. They don't usually come directly at us. Are you magnetizing the hull? And the captain's like, maybe.
The Doctor does some doctoring on. There's a video of Max Capricorn saying that he's the best and he's got the best.
Well, you skipped the additional scene that adds nothing where we watch the Van Hoffs eating a lot.
They're hungry, they're on vacation. Who fucking... when you ever go on vacation, you're gonna spend a lot of time eating.
I know, that's why I think we don't need to keep cutting to it.
But you need to understand, Sam, this is 2007. This is what constituted as a joke back then, was watching.
It's just frustrating because it's like the bad guys of the episode are like mean to them for being fat and eating a lot.
But we're also
the show is like, ha ha, look at them.
This is extremely like J.K. Rowling of the show to do this.
Yes.
It's mean to be a bully and call a fat person fat. However, it's also bad.
They do deserve it.
Yeah, they deserve it. Right. Very J.K. Rowling.
So, the Doctor screwdrivers off one of the screens of these Max Capricorn videos, and he switches the display to a screen that shows that, the shields have been taken offline. So he calls the bridge and says, hey, the shields have been taken offline, and then he gets arrested by the crew.
Back on the bridge, Alonso the midshipman. That's awesome. God, I wish I was him.
Yes.
God, I wish I got shot by an old man.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Oh, never mind. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, the old man captain pulls a gun out and he's like, they promised me, old men.
I love it. I know what he means, but I love that he's like, I was told that I would only be killing old guys who they were already old and it didn't matter.
I didn't want to kill any boys.
I know what he means, but it's such a weird... I was fine killing old guys like me. Anyway, he shoots Alonso. Alonso's fine, though.
Well, yeah, because once again, prequel rules... There's no tension about Alonso. Like, I know that Astrid's not going to be in any later episodes. I know that Jimmy Saul is going to be okay. And I know that Alonso's going to get cool, epic sex with Jack Harkness one day. Remember the fact that Doctor arranged that when he was doing his victory lap of sadness and he was making his sad Yuko
It really was
Yuko
a victory
face.
lap of sadness.
He was doing Yuko lost her wallet face and he just helped Jack Harkness have sex with Alonso. That was his last gift. That was his last gift to Jack Harkness, and I don't know if Jack ever shows up on the show.
He left Jack Harkness a note that said, "Here's how he likes it."
Oh, God. Well, that's actually well seated in this episode, because at the end of this episode, Alonzo tells the doctor how he likes it.
Yeah, and Alonzo's going to get well seated by Jack.
The second I said well seated, I fucking knew. I walked right into that. Yeah, Alonzo got shot, and he's going to spend the rest of the episode going, ow, owie, ow, I've been
so
shot.
Astrid and the Van Hoffs are trying to talk the crew into not arresting the doctor, because they're like, he's right, look out the window, there's meteors doing bad stuff. Mean business guy Rickon Stark.
No.
Wait, hold on.
Papa Turlo.
Isn't his name basically Rickon Stark? Oh no, it's Rixton Slade.
His name is Visler Turlo III.
We scrolled down far enough that I do see his name is Rixton Slade. Rixton Slade, the mean businessman. He watches a little rock crash through the window, but the oxygen membrane is stable, says the ship, so it's all good. And then he turns to one of the hosts, the robot angels, and says, "Excuse me, are the shields up?" And it goes, "Information. You are all going to die," which was an extremely Stephen Moffat line, if you ask me.
Well, as we all know, Doctor Who is a show of words, and Stephen Moffat loves his words.
So the captain reveals to Alonzo that
he's got bonitis,
has a terminal illness, and someone offered him a lot of money if he does this thing that he can leave to his family when he dies. So I think that's the end of the captain. I think he dies. Doesn't he just die right then?
I don't think he dies of his illness. I think he gets shot.
Oh no, I mean,
I think he explodes. And then back in the party room, these people are gathered around the window like, "Oh, look at these asteroids heading right at us." Oh no!
Oh look, the ship is exploding.
Oh honey,
yeah,
darling,
the meteors start crashing into the ship. Everything's exploding. It's very bad. The hosts in the maintenance area start waking up or something, and they line up and do prayer hands for no reason.
So now we've got our crew for the episode.
Let me just say, before we get the crew for the episode, let me just say, I'm not going to skip ahead too hard and spoil the twist, such as it is. But what we will eventually learn is that the hosts have been ordered to kill everybody on the ship.
I don't fully understand why.
Why are they acting like it's a glitch? Like they are over time, gradually, starting to turn violent. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I don't understand if the whole
It implies that an order was sent to the robots to start killing people in a little while, and then a few of them were like, I can't wait! I'm gonna break this lady's neck!
They got excited. So we got the crew, we've got the doctor, we've got Astrid, we've got the Van Hoffs, we got Banna Cafalata, the spiky dude.
Spiky red guy. We got Mr. Copper, the Earthonomics man.
He doesn't know anything about Earth history, that's the joke.
We have Rixton Slade, the guy who sucks, and then
there's a steward.
The steward of the crew.
Which, if you remember, we learned one thing from what was End of the World, which is that if you're a steward...
Good luck.
Yeah, you're fucked.
They all start yelling at the steward to let go of the doctor, and he's like, everything's fine, we're all alive, Max Capricorn cruise liners are the best in the biz, now I'm gonna go check the hull. He opens a door and immediately gets sucked out.
This is remarkably similar to how the steward died in End of the World.
That is not true. He was incinerated to death by the sun.
Well, yeah, but he had a space-related, door or window incident. Something opened that should not have been opened, and it killed the steward.
There was a window-related incident during which the solar screen did become discharged.
There was a thermal discharge from a faulty window shutter.
A spider robot of the repeated meme was involved in a window-related incident.
A Lady Cassandra-involved incident.
So, anyway.
So, the steward dies immediately, and they all go,
The doctor reactivates the oxygen shield, so the vacuum stops vacuuming, so that's good. The blah, 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 I don't care about any of this.
Isn't it so nice that we can
just wrap this up?
Yeah. So Astrid is dust. But when the spaceship got blown up, the TARDIS is floating away, and we find out that
that's fine.
It probably went to the North Pole or the South Pole. As it's programmed to do.
Yeah, there's a thing here where he promises everyone that he'll get them out of this alive. That'll come up later when he does.
Doesn't everybody dies? Just like in the one episode where everybody lives? Remember that?
So the mechanic who was working on the host, I don't want to talk about this, who cares? Actually, no, it is important. The mechanic who was trying to fix the hosts is trapped under some debris, and he says, "Come help me, you dang robots," and then one of them takes off its halo and throws it at him like Speedwagon.
Holy shit, is that a motherfucking JoJo's reference?
Okay, but it really, really, truly is like Speedwagon, though.
It's like a little angelic chakram? I don't know how to say it.
Chakram.
I also don't know if you throw those or what you actually do with those.
I don't do anything with them. I'm very safe with my weapons.
He kills it with the fucking Sherlock boomerang.
Anyway, that guy's dead. The doctor radios the bridge.
You can tell he's dead. You can tell he's dead because it cuts with a shing. You hear it.
It does shing his head off.
Yeah, I'm always getting my head shinged off.
The doctor calls Alonzo on the bridge with the radio, and Alonzo says, "The captain did it. He died." Do we see the captain?
I don't remember how the captain died.
I think he might actually pass away from illness.
He's like, I picked a great day to go. It happened just in time.
Speaking of Obra Dinn, I want to play Obra Dinn on this shit.
It would be a really easy game. It would be, you see a guy with no head, and it'd be like, Midshipman, check the name tag, was decapitated by a heavenly host, or Midshipman, insert name, was sucked out of the spaceship or was exploded.
Yeah, Obra Dinn is an incredibly easy puzzle game, and
what I'm saying is that Obra Dinn has a very wide array of fates, where here most of the people are being crushed, sucked out of the ship, or decapitated by robots.
That's plenty of ways to die, if you ask me.
So, and then you pull out the pocket watch on the bridge, and the captain's like, "Well, I'm dying of my terminal illness now. Goodbye, and my name is Joseph Gordon-Levitt."
Oh.
My celebrity guest appearance.
So, the doctor says this ship is using a nuclear storm drive, which means that if we crash into Earth, Earth will be destroyed completely.
That's a really, really great design for a spaceship, is that if it crashes... Maybe it only wipes out all life on Earth. Maybe if it crashed anywhere else, it wouldn't do that.
Yeah, we are real weak here on Earth. It's because we're not doing.
It's a shame that everyone who worked at Torchwood left the city, left the space laser unattended, so they couldn't just take this fucker out.
So the doctor, whatever.
He does a reason I rock speech. TV
this is
tropes.
So stupid.
I hate when he does this shit.
Rixton Slade is like, "Why are you in charge?" And the doctor's like, "I'm a 903-year-old Time Lord from Gallifrey, and I'm gonna save you all. So, Alonzi!"
So now we get a scene where they're climbing stairs for a while and moving rubble. They're rubble maxing. They're stair maxing.
I hate this episode. I hate this part. I hate this part of this episode.
The Van Hoffs get stair mogged by Vizsla Turlo?
What?
I don't know.
So they find a host trapped under some rubble. They don't know the
hosts. Oh yeah, Van Hoffs are like, we work with robots all the time at our milk factory?
No, they do like robot maintenance at the milk market.
I'm imagining like, is Stone like Mad Max? Like there's just like a milking farm, and then these two are like in the bazaar.
Are people doing maintenance on robots at the milk market?
There's like a lot of milk in Mad Max Fury Road. It's sort of a, but I mean,
guess it's like after water went extinct.
Well, it's human breast milk, and then they put it in a big truck.
Oh my god, this is what Jordan Peterson was trying to warn us about.
Have you ever seen the big tanker truck from Mad Max? It's like the big famous truck. I don't know. It's full of breast milk, and I just think that's a thing that a lot of people don't talk about when they talk about that movie.
I assume this is Fury Road.
Yeah, that's the only one I've seen. Not the one
I do want to. It's on my someday list. I'll get around to it eventually, maybe.
Okay, so now we get more of the Vizsla Turlo being fatphobic, and by extension, Rusty Davies being fatphobic, because we're also supposed to agree with him.
We're not supposed to agree with him. We're just supposed to think that it's good and he's right.
We then get a scene where Foon tells her husband that actually she didn't win, like she won the competition by calling 5,000 times, which means that they're like deeply, deeply in debt.
I want to make a very important note of this. She says, "I dialed the competition line 5,000 times. That's 5,000 credits on our phone bill. I've been hiding the phone bill. I'm so sorry. We would have saved money just paying for the tickets. And but Morvin's
like,
laughs.
He laughs, and he's like, you're
He says some of the most British dialogue I've ever heard.
Mad bloody woman, you drive me barmy.
You mad bloody woman, you drive me barmy, I don't half love you. Do you remember when the, like, didn't half whatever thing?
Wasn't it, I didn't half love you? I don't half love you?
I don't half love you, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that what I said?
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's a typo in my notes, shut up. Wasn't it like Dan in my favorite episode, the Time Loop New Year's episode? Didn't he say about Yaz, like, you didn't half blush when the doctor something? I remember being very confused by that phrase, but I get it now.
It's you're looking at it pessimistically. He's not saying I don't. He's saying I full love you. Anyway, I thought this was really sweet, and I think it's really nice that Foon and Morvin just really are a couple that really love each other. And I like that.
They're kissing and they're hugging, and then we cut to Rixton, who's like, "What are you so happy about? Find a donut over there."
Here's a crazy plot point that the episode just introduces out of nowhere for no reason.
I know what the reason is.
Is it just like for Deus Ex Machina type like plot convenience, or is there?
It's more like Machina Ex Machina.
Yeah, Machina.
They pull a machine out of a machine.
So Banacafalata, who I can't stress enough, is a red spiky man, is on the ground, and Astrid shows up, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, I've been lying to you all. I'm a cyborg," which, by the way, is like a discriminated group of people in this world.
I can tell you the reason that this is introduced here as a plot point is that later there is a climactic fight scene against a cyborg, and that the cyborg nature of the antagonist in question was not part of the episode originally, and it was added last minute to, like, give something else to the scene that I'll talk about later, and then I think they went back and set it up here just bizarrely and unnecessarily.
It's so strange. And then Banacafalata is like, "I'm a cyborg, people don't like cyborgs." And then
he says there was an accident that he was involved in a while back, so he, like, had to put his head on, like, a robot body. Now, yeah, this is where we learn, like, cyborgs don't have the same rights as non-cyborgs. Like, he can't marry a non-cyborg. People hate cyborgs. This is a very strange, like, disastrous amalgamation of, like, it's racial segregation, it's like gay rights, it's also like disability rights.
I have 4 words for you, Sam, and those words are Deus Ex Human Revolution. This is just the plot of that game. It's what if having robot arms was racism and also disabled and also, like, I wouldn't marry an Og. I wouldn't he's like, "Once it's legal, can I marry you, Astrid?" And she's like, well, buy me a drink first. Now, this is interesting. Because she's been having a romance with the doctor. No, because the way you said it, she's into it a little bit. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I didn't realize until later. She's like, "Banacafalata, we still haven't had that drink."
She wanted Banacafalata, and who wouldn't? Seriously. But she's also, like, doing kissies at the doctor, and I just think, Astrid, you need to figure this out. I think you need to figure this out and communicate, please.
He says, please don't tell anyone. I
definitely support Banacastrid? Banacafalastrid, that's it. That's my ship. I'm gonna be in the tags on that one. I'm sure someone's got art of
it. Alonso gets a call from the kitchen staff.
We're live!
Never mind!
And then he's just watching on the TV of the people still alive on this ship number just rapidly going down.
Yeah, he says that there are about 50 or 60 people still alive on the ship before they get blasted. That is a high death toll.
We don't know how many people were on this very big boat. Maybe there's only 100 people on the boat.
Yeah, Alonso tells the doctor that people are dying all over the ship, and he's pretty sure it has something to do with the hosts.
Which, by the way,
because the people, they're like, "Oh, the hosts are here to save us. Uh-oh, why are they taking off their halos?"
Shing!
Shing!
And then bad news, the Van Hoffs have just gotten their host working again. oh no, and then the doctor's
this can help us move the rubble, and it says, I'll help you die.
And then now we get a part where all the characters have to get through a gap, and the Van Hoffs are trying
This is so strange. Like, even for Rickston Stark, who's mean.
You mean Vizsla Turlo?
Even for Riggler Turlo, he's like, the doctor's like, you have to move the rubble so the Van Hoffs can fit their big fat bodies through. And Rickston's like, huh, no way.
And then
the host is like nowhere near them. He's literally just like, no, I want them dead.
And then we watch Copper, the world's oldest man, like trying to lift heavy things, and I thought he was gonna get squished or killed or crushed.
So Foon is able to get through because they like leverage the rubble out of the way with a pipe, and the doctor's like, no, see, they can fit. Like, we're not wasting time trying to help them. And Rickston's like, no, I'm still not going to help Morphin.
Morphin's got to get through. Doctor's got to push on his ass.
He's got to push on his big butt.
It's pretty funny.
So the doctor starts frantically trying to like override the orders.
He's just talking at the host and hoping that he'll come up with like the deactivation code.
He manages to he says like information override, and the host is like, okay, you get one question. This is such a stupid plot point. I hate this episode, Jordan. I really don't like this episode.
The fact that the kill droids have a answer me these questions 3.
But this is the one question override. Yeah, later he'll find the 3 question override. They got a
firmware update in the middle of this. They got a firmware update that upped their questions that'll stop them from killing you count to 3. You get 3 guesses.
Yeah, I think that Tesla pushed something similar to the Cybertruck.
You get 3 chances, and then it kills you.
So, yeah, he says, where is the origin of your command structure? And it says, Deck 31, and then resumes trying to kill him. They all squeeze under the rubble, and then they drop it onto the host and crush it. Anyway,
and then we see Alonso close himself into the bridge, and he says the door.
He seals himself in the bridge, and he seals himself really good for plot reasons later.
And then, guess what? The Van Hoffs find more food.
We cut back to the survivors, and the Van Hoffs literally turn a corner, and they're like, food! Come on!
Yeah, and then...
Why?
The doctor calls Alonso, and he's like, yeah, bad news, I'm stuck in here, I can't get in or out. No matter what. So remember that later when you get in or out no matter what.
Yeah, Alonso says that he activated the maximum deadlock. So that's
not even a sonic screwdriver can get through this bad boy. And then it's a wooden door. And then
so yeah, the doctor says, "What is Deck 31?" And Alonso says that's where they keep the hosts. And he looks at the monitor.
It's a black rectangle, and it's got all the shields.
There's a weird rectangle on Deck 31 that is 100% shielded. That's weird. Shouldn't be like that. There's a funny line read from David Tennant here, because Astrid brings some food over to the doctor, and she's like, hey, you might be a Time King from Ganymede, but you still gotta eat. And the doctor's just like, yeah, thanks.
He doesn't like when you misidentify his perfect, beautiful race.
They gotta eat.
They gotta eat.
I don't know what that was. I don't know. That feels like a Jurgenit reference. I don't know what that is.
It was literally it was an episode title, and it was a thing that Leah said. They're gonna have.
That's pretty funny.
No, it wasn't. Funny. No.
Now I want to talk about religion and what's real and what's fact. Because Copper's like, oh, it's after midnight Earth time, and I'm gonna let that one slide because he's wrong, even though that is how Doctor Who has treated GMT before.
Mm-hmm.
Is that's the time that it is on Earth.
Yeah, I mean, they all have British accents, so they have solidarity.
Yeah, so Astrid says, tell me, Doctor, what is Christmas about? And the Doctor, first of all, he doesn't actually answer her question, but he just winks at the audience and says, well, I would know. I was there. I got the last room at the inn.
Christmas is real.
Christmas is real. The nativity literally happened.
It's a historical event.
As depicted. Jesus was also white at the time. This has, like, Jake the Snake or Blake the Snake type, like, implications where the doctor, like, solemnly checked out the last room at the inn so that they would have to go to the major.
Oh, right. No, I really like that you said that, because I have to remind our listeners that no, in the episode, Graham did not actually have to become the racist bus driver.
I think Graham kicked Rosa off the bus.
Graham did that episode did it with
No,
Graham.
he didn't kick her off the bus, but they
had
have to sit on the bus so
right.
that she couldn't sit in their seats.
Oh my god, that's right. That's almost as bad.
We joke about it, but there is
forgot
actually
about
truth
that.
to the thing that
they
we joke
had to
about.
sit there and frown and say we don't like it, but we gotta do it.
They solemnly blocked Rosa Parks from sitting. Yes.
And if you look at the back,
that part was real.
You can see David Tennant sitting on the bus too, and he's making his Yuko from Nichijou face while he's. That's part of his because he knew there was one.
while he's lying in his bed at the inn.
He was like, I knew there was one open seat.
As Mary and Joseph
he knew
well, I guess we have to give birth in the manger.
He knew that it was going to be
like, you'll be just fine, kiddos.
He knew that it was going to cause all the crusades to happen. And
the Lord God is on your side.
All the atrocities and war and bloodshed that happened because of it.
I meant God. He's British.
I meant God. He's a white British man who likes to raise his upper lip to show the top of his teeth. But yeah, Christmas is a historical fact, and we know that. And Graham did.
But seriously, this is so
have
annoying
to take one
because
for the team and order the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. I have a question for you, Sam. No, hold on. Which doctor?
Which doctor?
Which doctor was the one that did that? Which doctor went back to Bethlehem and?
I mean, it's time travel, so it could be literally any of them up to 10.
I think it would be the most funny if it was Patrick Troughton second.
I was going to say Patrick Troughton. I think that he's got that sort of scamp quality to it.
The scamp quality of just making sure that Jesus wasn't born in a hotel room.
Yeah, exactly.
And born in a barn, born in a manger.
Yeah.
Put that baby in the manger.
He scamped the world into Christianity.
With Jamie and Zoe.
This all, by the way, implies that if Jesus was born in a room at the inn,
it wouldn't have happened.
It wouldn't have happened.
Well, the three wise men.
The wise men would have arrived at the major and they'd be like,
there's
nobody here.
It's just some fucking animals in here. Like, okay,
and then the doctor would go back to the present day. Christians would be worshiping a goat.
Jesus would just be a really ordinary, unremarkable carpenter, and then
he'd look at a nativity scene, and the wise men would be giving gifts to a goat in the manger.
All the things that Mr. Copper said about Christmas would have become true.
Anyway, it did bother me. I know that I'm asking for this to be baby mode, but it did kind of bother me that Astrid is like, Doctor, what's the meaning of Christmas? And the doctor's like, I'm not going to tell you, but I am going to brag about being a time traveler.
I also, by the way, just so you know, yeah, I met Babe Ruth one time. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I married his wife before he did. I don't know.
I did. I did have a romantic fling with the Virgin Mary. What of it?
Well, let's just say rumors have been greatly exaggerated. So, he's Jesus' dad, basically. So the doctor says, Copper, where did you get your degree in Earthonomics? And Copper says,
that would explain why, if Jesus was 1/4 Time Lord, that might explain how he resurrected, right? He came out of the tomb and he was a different guy.
So first of all, I think that this is both blasphemy and already probably a genre of fan fiction.
I'm not
specifically.
Christian, so it's fine.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's good that it's blasphemy, but it is probably also a fanfic or like a weirdo theory that has already been made.
You know, Pascal's wager, though, if we're wrong about Christianity, this is not. I think I might need to.
I'm going to get baptized right after this, but first,
me too.
I also think that would imply that Jesus is the hybrid and that he
causes all that war.
The son of the Time Lord God, that he brought war to the world. The Crusades.
This is the greatest fan theory of all time. So to sum it all up, the doctor had sex with the Virgin Mary, fathered Jesus Christ, creating the hybrid. Jesus was 1/4 Time Lord, so maybe he could regenerate once.
I like that we're still just accepting that the doctor is half human.
I mean, yeah, he said it.
He said it. It was in a movie.
The movies aren't real. The movie's canon.
It was a work of fiction, Jordan. That didn't really happen.
You're saying none of this is real?
What?
Okay, can we please continue talking about this episode so that we can get to the end of the episode?
So Mr. Copper says that he got his degree in Earthonomics at Mrs. Golightly's Happy Traveling University and Dry Cleaners. He was a traveling salesman. He reached retirement age and he had nothing, so he lied to Max Capricorn, whatever, to be a tour guide to Earth because he just wanted to travel and see the universe before he died penniless.
This plot point to me feels so, like, out of time for when this episode is. Like, first of all, traveling salesman, and then second of all, like, corresponding, like, fake
culture of Stowe.
Fake ass. Well, they have like milk markets where they suck the milk and machines.
I also was confused because I kind of thought that Stowe. I think that I assumed that this was in the distant future because I was like, Stowe. They're clearly humans, but this is like the kind of thing that Cassandra.
Right. These are aliens
referred to as like new humans or whatever, like they've gone off to the stars or whatever. But no, this is set contemporaneously with series 3 and 4 because Wilf is there.
It could be like a Hainish cycle type thing, like maybe, or I think maybe even Star Trek, like these all have common ancestors, or maybe humans were sort of artificially seeded onto planet Earth by, I'm just throwing it out there, maybe Skaroth of the Jaggeroth, perhaps. We don't know.
just to
maybe
name
another
one potential.
Jaggeroth was on Stowe, and he created another human race to fleece them out of 3 Mona Lisas.
Just sell Mona Lisas too.
I don't
want to watch anything except
friendly reminder, this is the most viewed episode of Doctor Who, second only to that episode, City of Death, which, by the way, I found out in the interim, the reason that episode was the most viewed episode of Doctor Who up until this episode is because it was on BBC One, and one of the only other channels that existed on British television at the time was on strike, so there was literally nothing else for anyone to watch, so everyone watched Doctor Who.
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't mean that it's not the best episode.
It is the best episode. I just think it's really funny that that's why the numbers were so high, was because the other TV channel was not on at the time, because they were on strike.
Yeah, I don't want to watch this. I just want to watch City of Death again. It's not allowed. So, Copper says that if they find out about he calls it space lane fraud, which I assume is like a similar crime to illegal scooping. If they find out that he did space lane fraud, he
goes to jail
face
for 10
years in jail.
And
he's old as heck. So then hosts start banging on the walls, and they run through a door into the flaming chasm with rickety scrap metal bridge.
It's the bridge of Khazad-dûm is what it is.
We said that the Star Wars hallway in End of the World was contrived. What is this?
I don't know what to tell you. That's literally, it's just they saw Lord of the Rings and they said,
what is the use case of this rickety bridge over a flaming pit?
It's to kill three of the people.
Yeah, okay.
Three of their party members die. This is like a bad D&D session where the dungeon master is way too hard. Yeah, he killed 3. This encounter to cross the bridge killed 3 of our party members. You need to ease up on us. Because...
Yeah, the guy playing Morven is like, I just don't feel like it's in character for Morven to, like, have a good, like, athletic stat.
I cannot wait to talk about...
Okay, I mean, you can roll the die as it is, but it's not gonna go well.
Okay, so...
Morven says, okay, my wife and I should go last because we're fat, so the bridge might not be able to take our weight. And then literally, this is actually what happens. As soon as he finishes saying that, the floor collapses under his feet from his weight, and he falls to his actual death.
God damn it, Jeremy, you can't just kill my character like that. That's not fair. Can you please make a dexterity saving throw? Oh, yeah, no, the ground opens up under you and you die. Sorry. Rixton
hears some hosts coming in, and he starts crossing over.
We watch, by the way, we watch Foon literally just, like, fucking sobbing on the ground at the death of her husband. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, Rixton is on the other side. He's like, yes, 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 while Foon is like,
she's literally like, yeah, she's like, I don't want to live anymore. Then the Doctor, Banacafalata, and Astrid are crossing the bridge, and the Doctor gives Vizlor his sonic screwdriver, and then a bunch of hosts show up, and then oh my god, they start fucking...
this is the part, by the way, where Foon is like, you promised we would all live, and the Doctor's like,
I don't know what to tell you, they fucking DM killed...
Foon, I promise that you'll live too. He promises her again, and guess what? She's gonna be dead moments
They all
from
get
now.
surrounded by hosts, and I was ready for the ultimate strategy to come up again, and I was very disappointed. But we did get an incredibly stupid scene of all of the characters with, like, metal rods, like Star Wars deflecting.
They're literally pulling apart the rickety bridge to, like, bat away, like, razor-sharp halos.
It's great, and then they decide they can't do that, so Banacafalata pulls out his built-in EM.
Well, you say they decide they can't do that. It is because the Doctor gets hit in the arm and Mr. Copper gets hit in the waist. I will say, the hits do absolutely nothing to
Right,
them.
I thought this was a sort of a Shing type situation.
Yeah, like that guy, I'm pretty sure his head came off. The Doctor gets hit in the arm and he's just like, ow.
But Banacafalata saves the day by pulling out his built-in EMP and killing himself.
Yes, he's like, I'm sorry, everyone. I'm a cyborg! And then everyone's like, boo! And he does an EMP blast.
I really like that every cyborg has the means of killing every other cyborg on its body.
That's pretty cool. So, Banacafalata is like, Astrid, you're pretty. Bleh. And he dies, and she's like, but I loved
Banacafalata for real. Alright, I guess I'll go back to the Doctor.
And then Mr. Copper just, like, pulls out the EMP device from his chest and is like, he would want us to have this. Well, which is probably true.
He said this was what he used to sell when he was a
Also, when he pulls it out, he's like, don't worry, I love cyborgs.
I'm not racist at all. When I'm cutting apart
do this, I'm not racist.
When I'm fucking cutting apart the cyborg's body to use it for my own means, I just need to.
I'm one of the good human aliens.
This is not me. Like, I'm not desecrating this body. I'm using it with respect and dignity.
He likes it. Sorry.
And then he just kicks Banacafalata into the hole.
No, that doesn't happen. One of the hosts gets up from the EMP and starts advancing on them. And the Doctor starts yelling out random numbers to try to override them. One of them is 42. Anyone heard of it? But then he says security protocol 1, and it says, "Okay, ask your questions." You get
this is the three. They got the question 3 firmware update.
If you say security protocol 1, a host gives you 3 questions to ask, and he says, "Why have you been ordered to kill us?" And it says, "To leave no witnesses." I wrote that he runs out of questions. I don't remember what the other questions are, but apparently it doesn't matter.
Well, this is where the craziest shit in this episode happens, where, let me explain why this, like, truly perplexed me, because, Merry Christmas, everybody. Foon, grabs the host and throws it into the pit. But that's what I wish, I mean, I don't wish for it to happen, but that's
she wraps it up in a rope so that it can't fly.
Why? Wait, was it part of her cowboy costume?
Oh, maybe. Maybe she had a lasso. Is that why she was dressed like that for the whole episode?
That was Chekhov's fucking cowboy costume?
Except I didn't even realize... I was like, oh, there's a rope. Yeah, why? Okay. I didn't even know that she had a lasso.
Why did Foon have a rope? And why did she tie it up with a... She could have just grabbed it. Oh, yeah, maybe it was part of her costume, and maybe it's because the things can fly. Anyway, she kills herself in front of us. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's a festive Christmas suicide because she has nothing left to live for. And this is important. Yeah, because, Chekhov's rope, but also Chekhov's big fat lady, because she's so heavy.
Oh my god, Sam.
That if she holds the rope and it's tied to the host will get dragged down by her big heavy body. So she jumps to her death.
Merry Christmas.
Which is good.
She commits suicide on Christmas episode.
What is this? Rustle, I don't usually do this with you, Rusty, but I'm going to give you back the script and I'm going to underline this 3 times and write, what is this? What? Why?
Why did they kill everybody? Why was this like a Christmas? I know that it doesn't need to be like cheerful and festive, and Doctor Who is a serious show where people die. Why is this the Christmas episode? And why are we watching all these characters? Like, why are we seeing a woman grieve her husband so bad that she kills herself over it?
Her husband died literally because he's so fat.
Yeah,
But then she found a fat person's strength and used her fatness to kill herself. Jordan, what is this episode?
Bad. Next question.
What in the world? I don't want to talk about it.
I don't like it. Well,
but like that's literally what happened and why.
Right.
So the Doctor is like, all right, everyone, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah. Well, it's the old man and Visler Turlo is left now. And Astrid.
I
forgot about her.
So he says, all right, you three are going to go to the reception area. Mr. Copper, you're going to try to send an SOS. Astrid, you take the EMP device. Here's how to recharge it or whatever.
I'm going to go to Dexter.
Brixton, here's my sonic screwdriver. I think you've earned it.
You were so... you're the only one I can trust.
I couldn't believe that he gives the sonic screwdriver to the worst guy in the episode.
I was in fucking shock.
That is so weird. And he tells Astrid, I'm going to Deck 31 to figure out what's going on. I'm going alone. Don't come with me. But you know what? It's great to be a traveler, and maybe you could come with me after all this is over. And I said, well, I guess Astrid's going to die.
And then she gives him a kisseroo because she's
a kiss for the doctor.
She rebounded after losing her love of Bannock Cafalata.
Yay! A kiss for the doctor.
I love when single episode companions kiss the doctor. Yay! It always goes well for them. I mean, I guess when Lady Christina D'Souza did it, she got a sweet flying bus out of the whole thing.
The three of them run through the door. Astrid EMPs some hosts. They all laugh and cheer. The doctor is, meanwhile, somewhere else. He gets surrounded by hosts. He says security protocol 1 again. Now, okay.
Oh my god,
the doctor is not this stupid.
No, this is slander to me.
This is literally Homer Simpson. Are you really the head of the Quickie Mart?
Yeah.
He says, so, 3 questions to save my life, right? Yes. Wait, that's not fair. Can I start over? No.
This is a 1-point Taskmaster contestant. This is Taskmaster.
This is Bridget Christie.
Yeah, this is Bridget Christie level gameplay here.
He says, okay, hold on. Let me back up. I'm not a passenger. This doesn't make any sense, by the way, because they have been given orders to leave no survivors.
No, now they were given orders to kill all the passengers and staff.
Specifically, the host earlier said, we were given orders to leave no survivors. But now the doctor tricks them into a trick of words and says, I'm not a passenger or staff, meaning your job is not to kill me. And they're like, what? Okay. And he's like, so your job is to take me to your highest authority on Deck 31. And they say, yes.
Yeah, that's just how it works. We go back to Astrid and Copper and Vizsla, and Astrid kills more hosts with the EMP. And then they're in the room with the teleport bracelets. And then she says, Alonso, divert power from the shields to the teleport bands.
This is a real nitpick, but last time we saw the teleports used, it was like, we teleport you down to Earth and then back up. But now she is able to, like, pinpoint accuracy teleport to Deck 31.
She knows how to use them. And, she says you have to because you have to. And then he does. And then...
well, she says the doctor's been doing everything for us. This is to help him. Please let me help him. And he says, okay. So she teleports to Deck 31.
The doctor is in Deck 31 with the hosts, and he sees an indestructible chamber on the ship, and it's Max Capricorn in a big wheelie box. It's a head in a box.
His head is attached to a big life support system on wheels.
I really enjoy the fact, by the way, that we know that cyborg bodies exist because we saw a character who had one, and like nobody even knew he was a cyborg. So when Max says, no one should know I'm a cyborg, I'm so ashamed of my body, why didn't he get one of those models that nobody can tell he's a cyborg?
That's a great point. Maybe it's because this plot point was added at the last minute. The hosts tell Max Capricorn, who, lest we forget, is the face of the company, even though that doesn't make any sense for reasons we'll get to very shortly, that the doctor is a stowaway. And this is something that I really hate in shows like this, is that Max is like, kill him. And the hosts are like, okay. And they turn to kill the doctor, and then the doctor goes, no, wait. And the hosts are like, okay,
all right,
let's hear him out.
Insist. Let me ask you.
He asked us not to, superseding order.
Wait, I've got 3 more questions. I've got riddles for you this time.
Is bizarre, because the doctor's like, Max, I was thinking you might be able to teach me how to get ahead in business. And somehow that works.
Wow.
Max is like, ha 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 ha. I haven't heard a joke like that in 100 years.
This is when the doctor susses out Max's plan. Because I thought, when I was watching this episode, I was like, this must be some sort of, like, crackpot, like, capitalism is bad, insurance, something, its life is cheap, and you kill these people. And no, it's literally the board ousted Max Capricorn, and he's so mad about it that he's gonna genocide a whole planet to implicate the business, to ruin their...
I'm not quite sure how, after he was kicked off the board of the company, he was able to get this cruise liner set up in the first place.
He knew things were going bad for him, so he said...
Can I just say, we never explained, it's such a throwaway joke, we never even addressed why this is the Titanic.
It's because they named it after the most famous boat on Earth, because it's like a cruise to Earth, and they didn't realize that the Titanic is famous for sinking.
I think I was having headphones.
But also, that seems to contradict this because it was a boat intended to sink, so I'm not actually sure if that's true in retrospect.
Maybe it was a twisted joke.
Maybe it was, or maybe it was just a coincidence.
So yes, he's like, I'm gonna crash, or the doctor understands. He's like, you're gonna crash this cruise liner into the Earth.
Killing everybody on it.
The nuclear engines are gonna explode. Everyone on Earth is gonna die. Everyone on the ship is gonna die. And then... Because lest we forget, will be screwed.
He's in an everything-proof room that won't get exploded.
He really is. And
then he says, "I've got my crew ready to rescue me at the end of this, and then I'm going to take all my money," which he has.
He mispronounces Beachelon 9 here.
Yeah, he does say. He says, "I'm going to take all my money that I have, and I'm going to retire to Beachelon 9."
He says Penhaxico 2, but I think he means Beachelon 9.
Yeah, for sure. And then the doctor.
And then this is so stupid because the doctor's like, "You're a loser. You can't even sink the Titanic." And then Max is like, "Yes, I can." And he disables the engines and the ship starts crashing again. And the doctor's like,
Can I nitpick for a second?
Please.
I don't think that sinking the Titanic would be considered an easy task. I think the Titanic got sunk because it hit a gigantic, like, mountain-sized piece of ice in the ocean. It wasn't like, oops, I coughed on it and it sunk. It's not because it's because there was a big boat famous for sinking, not because it was an easily sinkable boat.
They called it the most sinkable ship.
Yeah, it was because they hit a big iceberg. I mean, it was negligence.
Rusty starts patting himself on the back because Max is like, "You're rather good, Doctor. All that banter and not a word wasted."
We do know the Doctor Who. I always thought this was
Rusty.
I thought this was an annoying era sort of addition, but no, Doctor Who has always been a show of words. It's a show. It's
somewhere in here the word clever is
remember
said. Anyway.
Remember when? I don't remember which episode it was where they were like, "Words are his weapon." Words are. Remember that?
The first thing you notice about the Doctor are words.
But because he has a gun and he shoots the gun and then he shoots the words "no more" into the wall.
Words are his weapon. I want to talk about what doesn't happen here, but what originally happened here.
Okay, I'm very curious to hear what you have to say.
In the original version of this scene, Max Capricorn is not a cyborg.
He's just a guy?
He's a guy. Astrid runs in. The Doctor is being held by the hosts, and Astrid runs in and starts fighting him.
Holy shit.
And they're fighting and struggling, and then they go flying off the ledge and die.
Star Wars style.
And then Rusty was looking at that and he was like, "I feel like this doesn't really have the impact.
We need more.
You know what would be better is a forklift fight scene with a cyborg."
No, this is the greatest fight scene. This is one of the funniest things.
And I also want to say that in order to make this plot point happen, he had to be like, "I'm going to make the villain a guy who is a victim of racism and segregation."
It's Deus-Ex. So that means that Beta Capillata was made to be a cyborg, and the EMP device was introduced, and cyborg discrimination was introduced, so that we could end this episode with Astrid killing a guy with a forklift, and then herself also. I want to describe...
At the very least, the plot point of cyborg segregation was introduced for this character.
And never brought up ever again. Presumably. I'm assuming we don't get to go to Stowe and find out about... We don't get to meet a cyborg who's being discriminated against. Okay, I need to describe this fight scene in detail because it's so funny. So Astrid shows up.
There's a comic and an audio drama where they go to Stowe.
Is this true?
There's a comic called A Confusion of Angels, and there's an audio drama called Planet of the Ogrons.
Okay, is that what these guys are?
I don't know.
Stogrons? Okay, so Astrid shows up on a forklift. She says, "Mr. Capricorn, I resign," and then...
Idiotic. There's no way this guy knows who she
I was thinking the
is.
same thing. I work at McDonald's and I'm going to tell the CEO that I quit. And then she very slowly drives the forklift into Max. This is Austin.
It's Austin
I
Powers.
was gonna say Austin Powers too. It's Austin Powers. And then this fucking scene is so funny because they're like pushing on each other because his I don't think we mentioned he's just in a big box with wheels on it. Like he's in a little car. And she's in a little car. She's in a forklift, and then they're driving towards each other.
A little car,
and the way that she defeats him is that she lifts him up with the forklift, allowing her to have the like traction to push them both over the edge of the railing and killing themselves both. Yeah,
you can't skip. There's two very important parts that need to be mentioned here. Number one is that they are like doing quick back and forth action cuts to the forklift's wheels versus Max's wheels, which looks absolutely idiotic.
It's really dumb.
Number two, there's a part for no reason that I would argue not only does it not do anything, I think it makes this not make sense, because the doctor goes, "No, the host's halo cut the brakes of the forklift," and Astrid looks over at the doctor, and solemn, tragic music starts playing. Oh, oh, oh. And she steers the forklift toward the ledge, and the doctor's like, "No, no." And she's like, "Goodbye." And she steers the forklift off the ledge, dropping them both to their deaths. Hey, question. If the brakes are cut, then just jump out of the forklift and it'll keep going.
If you take their foot off the accelerator, if it's not a Cybertruck, it's gonna stop moving.
What was the point of mentioning the brakes are cut?
How much horsepower do you get when you floor it on a forklift? And for like, they're right near the edge anyway.
They're teetering over the ledge and it's carrying a giant cyborg body. She can hop out. She'll be fine.
She just gotta wedge
still gonna fall.
Wedge a brick on the accelerator.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. Anyway,
Astrid has she falls. OSHA. Astrid, okay, wait a minute. Astrid drove a forklift over a railing. That is the most OSHA non-compliant way you could die in the whole world.
Yeah, well, I mean, take it up with Max. Yeah. once the shit blows up the Earth, they'll be like, "Now we noticed there were some issues with the walkways.
Now, not only
we saw that rickety bridge, and we did not care for that one bit."
Unfortunately, Astrid was not forklift certified, and that railing was compliant, so she is liable for this, her own death.
We are going to have to fine you for those violations, in addition to arresting you for mass murder.
And then
for blowing up a planet.
When you kill Max, when he dies, for some reason there's a dead man's trigger that in the event that he dies, for some reason, even though his whole plan was like, I would assume that he wouldn't want to die from this, but also his whole plan was like to ruin the board or whatever. But for some reason, he created the contingency where if he dies, the whole thing just stops happening and the angels become nice and the ship engines turn on.
And also a computer voice goes, "Voyage terminated."
Why did that happen?
And everyone is screaming and crying in slow motion. And then the doctor, in the shot that needs to be taught in every film class.
This is the prototype to the victory lap of sadness, where he's
heroically walks in slow motion through the flames.
Links arms.
He holds out his arms for two of the hosts, snaps his fingers.
And then the angels...
ooh, that was a loud
The angels...
snap.
That was really cool. The angels do Superman arms, too, and I think it's because we see them...
They do Superman... They lift a fist
up. No,
it's
because they bust through the floor.
Yes. But... I literally, he glows with a golden light, not like regeneration though, as the angels lift him up to heaven.
But he's making sad face because his best friend just died.
It's so
She had an OSHA non-compliant death.
And we will now get the explanation of why the angels are even doing this, the hosts, I mean, because they burst through the floor of the bridge, and the doctor explains to Alonso...
Max becomes Max.
He says, with their controller dead, ownership transfers to the next highest authority. Me.
Well, I mean...
The stowaway.
No. Who is he, Sam?
He's president-elect.
He's the doctor. He's the most important man in the whole world. I
would think that the chain of command would probably ultimately transfer authority to Alonso.
I think in any chain of command situation, like if the president dies, the vice president becomes the president. But, like, if the Doctor is in, like, a 100-mile radius, it just goes to the Doctor. In any transfer of power. If a king
the
dies...
host's transferring authority to the Doctor is like if enough people died for Pete Buttigieg to become president by being Secretary of Transportation.
Right, but it's if the Doctor is in the area, it automatically goes to him, whether he wants it or not.
Epic man detected.
Yeah. That's the most special man in the world. That's the hybrid. That's the timeless child.
But, like... This is one of the things that I hate so much about Doctor Who is when they just love the Doctor so much. Like, what if Alonso had become the boss because he's the midshipman, but the captain died and Max died?
This is why I want to be a midshipman, because if something goes very wrong, I might become captain.
If enough people die, you become
Unless
God.
The Doctor is nearby.
The angels fly him directly to Jack Harkness.
Legs spread, ready to go.
So anyway, he's the Doctor, and the angels know it, so he becomes God to them, and they lift him up to the Heaven Bridge, and Alonso says, "Hello, I'm Alonso," and the Doctor says, "No way! I've always wanted to say..." Oh, we also got we got earlier one of the most hacky jokes that you'll ever hear, which is, "Take me to your leader."
Always wanted to say that. And then he finally...
So here he gets to say what he's wanted to say since Army of Ghosts.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't he already...
Alonso?
Didn't he already say... No, he said he wanted to meet a person named Alonso, because he could say Alonso,
yes.
and then he finally did. And when I was 14 watching this was so... Genuinely, I remember this being so epic. I was so excited that he finally got to say it. It was so epic.
You converted to Christianity right then and there.
Yeah, that's why I'm a Christian now. And then the ship is still in Earth's orbit, and it's crashing directly towards Earth, towards Buckingham Palace.
I like that the Doctor's epicness, like, overpowers all logic and any way that anything would work, to the point that he picks up the ship, like, radio
calls
phone
Buckingham
receiver
Palace and says, "It's
calls
me.
Buckingham
Oh, my favorite lover. Oh, Doctor, you should have called. You fathered 3 of my children."
We cut to yeah, I didn't think about that one. We cut to
Wilf?
news guy announcing, he's like, "Great news, London, there's been no Christmas aliens."
Barack Obama? No. George W. Bush is about to give his speech that's going to create global poverty.
He tells Buckingham Palace he might as well just say, "It's me, the Doctor, your favorite guy." He gives them, like, security code 773 or whatever. Now we get the only other good part of the episode since we last saw Wilf. Yeah. It's Wilf.
Whenever Wilf is not on screen, characters should be asking, "Where is Wilf?"
He is yelling up at the
Old
Titanic
man yells at
from Titanic.
Old man yells at Cloud.
Is flying down and about to crash into Buckingham Palace, and Wilf yells and shakes his fist and goes, "Don't you dare,
I gotta say,
don't you dare."
There was a beautiful moment where I just looked on with serene joy on my face as I watched the Titanic from the Titanic fucking dive bombing Buckingham Palace. I was like, fucking do it, you coward. Fucking do it. Don't fucking, like, take this away from me. Crash into that building and just do it.
Go.
You'll regenerate.
But no, the engines reactivate for a stupid reason that we'll get to in a moment.
It doesn't
and
even...
the Doctor pulls the ship back up just in time to not crash into Buckingham Palace. And the Queen in her hair curlers goes, "Thank you,
we only see the back of her
Happy
head.
Christmas."
We see the back of her head, and then Barack Obama's chin is there. And he says, "Hello, my fellow Americans." And
the Doctor just, like, turns to Alonso and is like, "I used the heat of re-entry to fire up a secondary storm drive." And Alonso's
by the way, remember how Astrid was wearing one of those teleport bracelets? Let's go get her.
It turns out those are also immortality bracelets.
He, like, teleports her. Apparently, in the event of an emergency, it puts... This is fucked, by the way. It, like, puts you in your molecules in purgatory where you're neither alive nor dead. And you're like...
The bracelets send you to hell.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Because Christianity.
They make a copy of it. They make a copy of you and send you to hell. Just in case.
Because we don't know if you deserved it. So one of them goes to heaven, one of them goes to hell, and then you get to be in purgatory forever.
So they run back to the reception area. Mr. Copper is here. Rixton is here. They are the only characters left alive, by the way, the 4 of them.
No, and Alonso, who's... and
Alonso. Sorry, I missed count.
He's getting ready.
Doctor, Copper, Rixton, Alonso.
Oh, you said 4.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And, of course, Clara, who's in the background.
Copper explains to Alonzo what the Doctor is doing as the Doctor tries to activate the teleporter. He says, in the event of an emergency, the bracelets automatically suspend the wearer's molecules in stasis.
I love that he knows, like, I get that he's the teleport tour guide, but I love that he knows a lot about cyborg components, and he likes cyborgs, and he also knows how
He knows everything except Earth.
He's like, I've also got an advanced double PhD in teleportation science and cyborg science.
Now, this is so stupid, by the way, because why... It's a fake out. Astrid is still... She is dead. She is dead for real. But, like, what is even the point of the fake out where they're like, the teleport bracelets rescue you if you die while wearing it? The Doctor, summons a hologram of Astrid, and Mr. Copper's just like, no, Doctor, it's not her. She's
just
gone.
Rusty's one more attempt to try to make people sad on Christmas.
But it's like, I'm missing what this is supposed to do that it failed to do this time and why. Like, this episode is already 100 years long. Don't introduce
we
this
already
if you're
watched
not...
Astrid
Like, I don't
die.
want it to be explained to the point that I get it, but
Can we just circle back around to the diamond, Rassilon's diamond? Can we talk? Yeah, how did that? Can we try to figure? Can we just take a few minutes to really figure that one out while we're here?
No, we don't have time. So anyway, yeah, he summons this like blue hologram of Astrid, and Mr. Copper's just like, no,
That's
Doctor,
just like
she's
an
gone.
echo.
We lost her, and the Doctor is like, but I can do anything. And it's like, okay, fine. And then she's like, Doctor, stop me falling. But Mr. Copper's like, she's just atoms, Doctor. Wait, to be fair, I mean, who knows?
we're all atoms. I learned this from
We're
Carl
all
Sagan.
star stuff and all that.
And then
the
he does that.
Doctor
He's
says,
like, yeah, she's stars now. And then he opens the window and she gets sucked in.
No, you forgot.
Oh, he kisses her.
A kiss for the Doctor.
And then he opens the window. He fucking hoovers her out into space.
Yeah, he kisses some hologram juice, and then it goes flying out the window. And he says, "You're not falling, Astrid. Fly."
Oh, that's because Astrid, when she's a hologram, she says, "I'm falling." By the way,
falling with style.
All is well that ends well.
I also rewatched.
Everyone died except for Alonzo, but they're gonna get rescued. And then he finds out the authorities are on their way. So Copper's like, "What if they find out that I lied about my Earth degree?"
I mean, I think they've got bigger problems.
Okay, we're here. First things first, can you all show us your credentials?
Can you prove that you know enough about Earth to have earned this job?
Can you answer our trivia?
He's gonna go to prison for 10 years for lying on his resume.
This is like in Fallout New Vegas when you have to answer quiz questions about the NCR. They're like, who's the president of Earth?
They're like pulling him out of the wreckage, quizzing him about Earth history, and he can't do a good enough job, so they arrest him.
Put him in handcuffs and walk him to...
Again, this is for lying on his resume. He calls it fraud, but this isn't like...
He's not impersonating a doctor, he's impersonating a tour guide.
Right, what is the fraud?
Anyway,
I mean, I guess it is
we don't
literally
know what the
fraud,
police...
Why is it a criminal
We don't know
act?
that police in this world don't check your bachelor's degree before they do anything else.
Oh, you know what it was, though?
Mm.
He had some scoops in his backpack.
He was to supplement his income, he was doing some illicit
scoops
scooping.
in my backpack?
Scoops in my backpack?
So,
he was by the way, we were talking about this, we both have a new eternal problem with Doctor Who, which is there's a lot of shots of the moon in this episode, and I just can't look at the moon anymore.
That's right. The moment I saw the moon, I was like, Jordan, get me out of here. I can't watch this.
Egg. Trolley problem.
Abortion.
It's the great trolley problem in the sky.
Episode that shouldn't have been made. Okay. So, Rixton, the mean rich guy who was bullying the fat people until they died and killed themselves,
made a ton of money because he just sold
He's
all
like,
his
thank
shares.
you, Doctor, you saved me, and I sold all my shares of Max Capricorn Enterprises right before the crash, so now I'm richer than ever.
I'm gonna go invest it into my arms dealership.
And he starts talking on the phone, he's like doing more deals already, and Mr. Copper walks over, and this is so weird, and I don't know where it's coming from. Mr. Copper is like, you know, it's unfortunate that of all the people who could have lived, Astrid didn't and this guy did. But you know what? If you had the authority to decide who lives and dies, that would make you a monster. Where is this coming from, Mr. Copper?
This was sort of a theme that was in this episode, yeah. If you watch closely, you can see a lot of parts where the Doctor's like, I wish I had the power to choose who lives and dies.
But it's like... I think that premise of, like, the Doctor being frustrated about bad people surviving and good people dying, like, that That's something, but
I don't know why it's
and not
here.
now.
Also, Merry Christmas.
Also, Merry Christmas. But like that. Take a normal episode, a normal 45 or whatever minute episode. Have that happen, and then the Doctor is like feeling a way about it for the last 5 minutes of the episode, and then he learns an important lesson or something.
I'm completely shocked that this isn't like an annoying era Stephen Moffat script that like went back in time to this, because this is just introducing themes out of nowhere for no reason with no setup. It's got his stinky, nasty little fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, so the Doctor hands Copper a teleport bracelet, and Alonso salutes them and says, "Oh, by the way, before you go, I sure would like to have sex someday.
I would have sex with a man, just so you know, just to clear up any possible, like, misunderstanding between us. I am either bisexual or homosexual man, and I would love to have sex with a man. Okay, goodbye."
They teleport down to Earth, and they walk to the TARDIS, which is here, and that's fine. And Mr. Copper is asking questions to the Doctor about Earth. He wants to understand. So he's like, okay, so you've got Great Britain, and across the channel, you've got Great France and Great Germany. And the Doctor says, no, he says, and I quote, "No, only Britain is great."
Wait, did you listen? Wait, can you hear it? Everyone applauded. The whole island is clapping, because this was the most watched episode of Doctor Who.
This is so weird. And it's about to get weirder, because Mr. Copper says, "What's going to happen to me now? Can I travel with you?" And the Doctor's like, "No, I don't want to kiss you."
No, I hate old men.
I've never been one of those.
I won't get an old man in my party until I meet the cool... You're not fucking Wilf. Get the fuck out of here.
You remind me of what I was a few guys ago, and I don't like it, so get out of here. And Mr. Copper's like, "Okay, that's fine, but like, what am I going to do?" And the Doctor's like, what about that credit card? And he's like, "Oh, this thing, I didn't even know how much money to put on it because I don't know anything about Earth. It's just petty cash for like a couple stray purchases here and there. It's just £1 million. And the Doctor's like...
I have a question. I guess I don't know a lot about finance. I'm a dumb fuck. But credit card...
I mean, you bullied me recently for knowing that that X is a private company.
Fucking money fandom ass. Yeah, tell me about your investment portfolio, idiot. A credit card... I understand that a credit card is basically you have this pre-allocated amount of debt that you're allowed to have some credit, right?
I think this is supposed to be like a prepaid debit card.
Right. I thought it was, is this a debit card with, because
he doesn't understand Earth.
One cannot, I as I understand it, one cannot go to the house store and say, "One house, my man," and then give them your credit card. I don't think it works like that.
I guess it's a prepaid debit card.
Okay.
Maybe things work differently.
Maybe it's a Visa gift card.
So anyway, the Doctor says, "Wait a minute, you've got £1 million on this thing?" And Mr. Copper's like, "Yeah, is that a lot?" And he's like, "That's 50 million credits." And Mr. Copper takes the credit card and starts crying. And he goes, "I've got money! I've got money!"
Now he gets to become the most weirdest man in his neighborhood that doesn't know anything about anything. Yeah.
They done fucked up and gave me an exchange rate.
Yeah.
Because
so now we can know how much. Oh, we can now know how much a ticket to the Titanic costs.
Earlier, Foon said that she made 5,000 calls for 5,000 credits, and that is more than it would have cost for the two of them to get tickets. £1 is 50 credits. Her 5,000 credit phone bill was £100. That means that one ticket to the Titanic was less than £50.
This reminds me so much of
just to finish that thought.
Oh yeah.
Inflation calculator, 2007, £50. Today, £81 or $103.
Working in the milk market doesn't raise a lot of money. I've been
but also like all the rich people who are wearing their tuxedos and stuff.
Yeah, they're hundredaires.
They paid $100 to be here.
The economy on Stowe is really bad.
But no, it's not. This is an exchange rate. This is about purchasing power.
I mean, the pound is very, very strong against a credit. Doesn't. So I've been playing a lot of Oblivion. I've been streaming it lately.
Oh, nice.
And it's a very, very bad video game. But I'm very nostalgic. Very nostalgic for it. But
there's good stuff there.
Very objectively bad video game.
No, there's good stuff. There's like good quest design.
Kind of.
Anyway, so Mr. Copper is now rich, and that's happy, and yay! He's cheering, he's screaming with joy. He's just running off into a field in no particular direction.
I literally like.
I know that he doesn't understand Earth, but does he not understand that buildings are buildings? And that a lake is not buildings.
Well, it's really funny because there's a part where he's just like, "Where do I go? I don't actually know where I'm doing." And then the doctor is just like, "Yeah, whatever," and walks back into his TARDIS.
Yeah, that is what happens.
So I guess maybe it's entirely possible that this old man froze to death out in the cold. No, it wasn't snow. We learned this. It wasn't snow. It was
ashes from the ballast burning up. Wasn't that a joke on like Futurama or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, before the doctor leaves, Mr. Copper turns back and says, "Doctor, I won't forget about Astrid." And the doctor looks up into the sky and sees hologram juice flying around, and that's the end of the episode.
And then we get sort of a season 4 teaser, lots of Donna, and you didn't notice
said that you saw something in here. What did you see?
Yeah, it was a young Peter Capaldi.
Oh,
because he's in an episode in the series, and you can see him. And also, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Karen Gillan might also be in this little teaser.
Huh. It was so, like, fast.
It's super
I didn't
fast.
Catch
It's a very brief shot,
and
he was. I mean, it wasn't that. I mean, it was not that much before, but his hair is different and he's a bit younger, so it was a little harder to see the old man that we love. But
I need to check my episode ratings for this show
to calibrate.
I'm like, is this the worst episode of the show? I don't think it is.
No, I still truly, from the bottom of my heart, fucking despise The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, which is as long and even more irritating in my mind. And it had a little.
You gave that a D+. You gave The Snowmen an F.
I can't believe I honestly, man, The Snowman annoyed the shit out of me though.
You're forgetting there was some like actual like comedy in The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe that was legitimately pretty funny.
Okay, I'm giving this a D+ then. I think this is on par with The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe.
I'm giving this a big old D because this episode sucked. I don't need to explain why I feel that way. Jordan.
Yeah.
This is 10 out of 10.
I sent you a code phrase. I don't know why I say code phrase. I sent you a phrase.
I thought it was a key phrase.
I sent you the key phrase.
I think
the way we do this is I'll pick one, you pick one. However, I think if our $5 or $10 Patreon subscribers have a key phrase and they send it to us in advance, we can. I
think it has to be. It's not like the Donald Duck voice though. It has to be something that is said in the episode that we watch, so we can listen to it and study it intently.
Okay, so maybe
because I don't know the Doctor's accent. And
maybe our listeners. Maybe we need to wait like 10 weeks of each Doctor. It's like, okay, we've done 10 episodes.
If we get to a point where we feel confident enough, we can open up to recommendations. But for now, we're taking key phrases from the episode. And Jordan, what is the key phrase this week?
Our key phrase is, "Oh, hello, sailor. Good to hear you. What's the situation up there?" This is when Doctor calls Alonzo after the asteroid hit. I haven't listened to this in a few days, so I'm going in a little bit raw, but I'll try my very best. It was something like, "Oh, hello, sailor. Good to hear you." Nope, that's way too grisly and gruffly. "Oh,
it's not a million miles off.
Good to hear you. What's the situation up there?" Nope, that's really bad, but I didn't hear it in a while. That's the best you're getting out of me.
It's like, "Oh, hello, sailor. Good to hear you. What's the situation up there?"
That's way better. You got is the reason I really wanted to get that in.
Hello, sailor.
Hello, sailor. Hello,
something
sailor.
Like that.
Wait, I'm not using the Terry Green technique. One sec. Hello, sailor. Hello. Hello, governor. Okay, that's enough of me just taking a joke from Tim and Eric and making it myself. Great joke that I didn't come up with. I'm sorry. I know Astrid took initiative to kill herself on TV, which I guess I have to give her.
I refuse to give the Sarah Jane Initiative Award to Foon for jumping to her death.
No, I refuse to give the Medal of Victory to anyone either.
I'm not giving any award. I don't want to talk about this episode anymore.
Hold on, wait. I'm gonna give the Leela Cross to Astrid for taking her own life in an effort to take someone else's.
I, on principle, refuse to give any awards to this episode.
I think you have to. Game recognized games. Astrid did kill somebody in this episode on screen.
I recognize
she took
nothing.
She took a human life.
Refuse.
She killed somebody, and we saw her do it. So she gets the Leela Cross. Because
Nope. I refuse.
That's
my right.
I'm giving it. Do we have to have
I refuse.
I'm
done. I don't want to talk about this episode anymore.
We have to have consensus? I didn't know that. Okay, fine. No awards. Well, this is the most exciting part of the episode, is when we get to stop talking about the episode and start talking about what we're going to watch next. So, Sam,
look at those stats. There are 8 episodes of Christopher Eccleston left, and 4 episodes of Ncuti Gatwa.
We are like bordering on, like, next week we'll have crossed the threshold. It's amazing. Also, I have been watching those episodes. I just don't want to talk about them because,
Sounds like you like them, though.
I will say, without any discussion of the episodes themselves or the quality of the episodes, I fucking love Ncuti Gatwa. I'll figure it out. But
we'll listen to a video of him saying his name to make sure that we're not screwing it up any more than he was.
He's really good as the Doctor. But I stand by my thing that I've said, where I don't think anyone's ever done a bad job at playing the Doctor. Only had bad scripts. But he's very good, and I really enjoy watching him act. I like it. I'm a fan.
Which Doctor?
Ncuti Gatwa. No, I want to see Jodie. I want to Flux. I want
to see Jodie. I don't want it to be Flux, but I do want to see Jodie. Let's go.
Yes!
It's Jodie. It's not Flux.
It's not Flux.
The Haunting of Villa Diodati.
Oh, is this a fam episode? Is this with the fam? Team TARDIS? I don't know where. At some point,
we got Graham, Ryan, and Yaz.
I believe that the official designation for this arrangement is Team TARDIS. I don't know at what point my brain decided that the official name for these guys was the fam, but it really that's really what I think they're called in my mind.
So this is 2 episodes after Praxeus.
So maybe Ryan still has a burden in his backpack.
If there's not a backpack in this episode, I'm going to actually kill you.
We are back in the backpack era, where they are on the road traveling with sturdy water bottles and backpacked canvas bags, nice hefty straps, carabiners. There's a lot of carabiners for sure. Water bottles, trail mix bars.
The last time that we saw Ryan, Graham, and Yaz was our 31st episode, Demons of the Punjab.
Man, we liked that one, but that was a long ass time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Can we see what people thought of this episode so we can disagree with the critics about it later? 94%
on Rotten Tomatoes.
7.9.
A proper ghost story that strikes the perfect balance between horror and history.
So we've gotten a couple ghost stories before. We had the Army of Ghosts, which was a story about people electing ghosts to Parliament and having them on EastEnders. And then we had what was that one called? What was that one with Matt Smith called? With the Hyde with the crooked man.
With the crooked man.
His crooked GF. That one was,
I like that episode.
Really silly. But we did generally like it. So let's see how this next ghost offering. Yeah.
And it's Jodie. I'm excited.
We love Jodie.
I don't ever want to think about this episode again, but I have to because I have to edit the podcast.
You do have to edit the podcast. I believe we have an Ask on Tumblr.
Oh.
We do. Oh, this is a good one. This is from friend of the show Chai at RoboSucker on Tumblr, who just says, Ncuti Gatwa, more like cutie hot one. Your thoughts? I will say one thing because it's not River Song spoilers, but in the new series, they give Ruby and Doctor different costumes every episode, and every costume that he wears it, and I really like all of his outfits.
I heard about that. He doesn't have an outfit.
Have you seen the promo picture that was going around of him in his 1960s giant double-breasted suit? Oh my god, what a look! I
want to watch these episodes, but I'm also
you're not allowed.
Within the format of the show, I want to watch these episodes, but I don't know how soon I want to get them because I just don't know if I need to worry about continuity stuff yet.
When he shows up with Ruby and he's like, yeah, after Ryan and Graham and Yaz and Dan and Bill all got exploded by Daleks and Cybermen, and then after Flux ended and we figured out that actually the Doctor is not the Doctor, she's actually the Proctor, and the Doctor is actually...
Bill. Pearl Mackie got married. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Pearl Mackie. I don't know what happened to you on the show, but I really like the couple of episodes that I've seen. Man, I want to see... Man, I haven't even thought about them in a while.
Yeah, Smile was a cool episode
I'm changing my mind. Can we undo the roll, and can we roll again? Because I want to change my Witch Doctor to Capaldi and Bill.
I mean, you can retroactively say you would have liked to watch a Capaldi episode.
Remember when Capaldi was like, when they were making Smile, and he was just like, I was in the group text with Jenna Coleman, and I didn't understand all the emojis she was sending. It painted a really funny picture of what those texts looked like in my head, where she's like, on my way to set, smile emoji, nails emoji, running emoji, and then...
I gave that episode a B+, and I was furious with that episode.
What is there I understand that when we started this podcast, and it was like, we had seen, Big Whale's Big Adventure, and then we watched, I don't know, 2 episodes later, we watched, fucking Dr. Dances or whatever it was. It was like, wow, that was really good. And then
our second episode was Rebel Flesh. Dr. Dances.
We liked Rebel. I remember liking Rebel. Anyway, my point is, we really had no calibration. But then it sounds like every 3 episodes, we go back and it's like we watched whatever our last, the episode before whatever our last episode was, Utopia. We're like, why the fuck did we give it a B-? That episode sucked. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Yeah, this is not my favorite one to record.
No, we're on co-hosted Dr. Ha. I'm on co-hosted Positive Stress. You can listen to my other podcast, Sounds About Light. We're watching Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm playing Kingdom Hearts 3. By the time this episode goes up, oh god, I'm behind because I haven't had a chance to edit our Utopia episode. I've had problems. I'm doing my best. But we did...
your house is on water.
We did Monsters, Inc., and I think maybe our Frozen episode of Sounds About Light will be up by the time this one's up, maybe? Yeah.
You can find me on... you can find out... Also, our podcast is on Tumblr at drha.tumblr.com, where I sometimes accidentally reblog stuff to, because I forget that Tumblr is confusing to use on mobile. So sometimes you'll just see posts go there and then disappear. But I try to put Doctor Who stuff on there if I ever see funny Doctor Who stuff.
Great.
But you can also find me on Tumblr at keeponmebreakfast.tumblr.com, and I'm also on Common Retro Radio. It's a podcast about the Opposite Game series, and I'm so tired and I'm so hungry.
We're on Patreon at Potting Bros. $1 gets you all of our bonus content, gets you a mildly special Discord room, marking you as a friend of the show. Someday we'll be able to record our Terminus episode.
Soon,
I think we might.
Soon.
I don't want to make promises, but I think it will be very soon.
Yes.
I think it'll be very soon. $5 gets you a pretty special Discord role, marking you as a companion of the show. You get a shout out in the podcast. You can send us a message to read in one of our funny voices, and maybe eventually in our doctor voices if we feel confident enough, which we don't yet. $10 gets you all that, plus an incredibly special Discord role, marking you as an honorary member of House Misuza PEF. You also get to do... You get to listen to the podcast live.
No. Get it.
They will clap for you. No, I'm not adding that. Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers. Thank you.
You good?
Thank you.
Give some fucking enthusiasm to the people who are paying us for this.
Thank you to our $5 and $10 subscribers: Caroline Siebert, Cassidy, Faustian Bargain Bin, Helga K, JCH, Roy, Stephanie Bolding, Stephanie Karen, Violet Magician, and House Me Souza, Destry Hawk, H Cape, Sauceworks, and Vertigree. Thank you all for supporting us. It really means a lot. Jordan. Yeah, there comes a time. We're on Noisepace, by the way. Listen to Special Grade Snacks about Jujutsu Kaisen. Listen to Forward ReZero about ReZero Season 3 coming soon. Listen to the newest episode of And Also With You, the annual Star Wars podcast. Oh yeah, I always forget about that one. It's good. And there's only 5. They've only done 5 episodes so far, so it's not hard to catch up. Nope. May your life... Yep. May your life flow like a river. May your days smell sweet as a rose. May your nights be calm and still as a pond. May it be as lucky as an ancient game of blackjack. Oh, nice. And may the doctor... May you get lucky like Alonzo. Light Alonzo through time. May Alonzo get his back blown out. That's none of my business, but I hope it happens. We know it happens. It's a canon event. It's a fixed point. It's a fixed point. Maybe the reason he did that was because if he hadn't done that, like, time and space would unravel. He was like, I need to make sure this happens. Dr. Bye. Dr. Bye, Excelsior. Sorry about this. Bye. Sorry we watched this episode. Not my fault.